anybody's with us because we're a little early, Angie.
We are early. Hello, hello, hello.
We are.
So if you haven't been in here
Bama.
before, I'm Ange. Across from me is my husband Phil. He's home today. So he will be reading the phone. I'll be reading the cards. And guess what I have in my hot little hand? Oh, you betcha. This is the Reflective Wild Reflections Tarot. Sorry, it took me a minute. I have a shit ton of tarot cards. This is the Wild Reflections, and I got a second deck of it. So I love this one. So I'll show you some of the artwork on this one. Let me know if it's just me talking to myself or if there's people in the room with us. Ooh, beautiful Justice. I mean, beautiful Justice.
Beautiful.
This. Look at this. I mean, the more I play with this, the more I like it. And so I did end up ordering a second one. And then I had to chop it and adjust it, make the edges a little different so I could tell it apart when I do double decks. So that's what I like to do here. So you see duplicates or triplicates of decks. Yeah. So
Okay.
who's with us?
All right. Wow. We're just getting started. Susan's here.
Hi, Susan. Good morning. Good morning, honey.
Let's see. If we can
So
get
yeah, if you guys have a
rolling
quick
here.
question, shoot me a question. I generally do a few micros at the start of the show, which is usually like 2-3 cards, sometimes 4, but just a few of those quick ones. That's what I call a micro read, and then we get into the paid list. So, yep.
Okie doke.
Okie doke. What do you want to see?
I don't know. Let's see. Hold on.
I've got a smaller version of the Tarot of the Unfolding Path now. This is a deck. I'll show you some of these cards. And I was a little reluctant to get it, and it's beautiful, and I fell in love with it big time. I mean, big time. So I have this copy, I have another full-size copy, and then I've got this little copy. But it is modern and beautiful, and it does really good. So these are a couple of decks that I would strongly recommend. They're fabulous. Even though the imagery is modern, it's nice imagery. It's relatable imagery, and you're quickly in the card, in the feeling, in the energy of the card. So let's see what else we got in here. There's that one. And I like that it's a little bit more diverse. This is such a good one. I mean, that guy looks like he's having a stink moment right there. He's just having he's having a minute. He's having a hot minute. So yeah. That's what's going on. Phil is looking at his phone, so I have no clue who all is in here or not. But hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. You need to clue me in on who else is in here.
Kim's
Hi,
here.
Susan. I can say that again. Hi, Kim. Good to see you.
And Amber's asking, what deck is it?
It's the Tarot of the Unfolding Path, and this is my other copy. I edge the edges differently, but it's Tarot of the Unfolding Path, and it's gorgeous. Absolutely a beautiful, beautiful deck. So, this one is a little bit hard to see. A little hard to see. Then look at this one. Great. It's great. So, yeah. That's what we got.
Cool, Ange.
Cool.
All right,
cool.
we still don't have a question. If anybody has a question, fire away.
You gotta throw me the questions.
Get a question in.
So,
get a
yeah,
few
if you
reads
want a
with Ange,
question,
and then we'll
ask
move
me a
on.
question. Yeah, we're on a little bit earlier
All right.
than our usual today.
Roxanne, will I see Marcus again?
Roxanne, will you see Marcus again? Let's look at the One World Tarot from Lena Rodriguez and Senora Rose. Roxanne, will you see Marcus again? Yes, I would think you would. It's going to be a little bit, though. There's somebody that's holding back. There's going to be a little bit of a hiccup or a delay. You got the Four of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. These two would indicate yes, but this indicates there's somebody that's holding back on something. But yeah, I think you will. Based on these three, the energy of just these three. Now, no tarot reader is 100% right. I'm not 100% right. Nobody's 100% right. So always trust your highest intuition over any card slinger, ever. Ever. So, all right. But I get a yes on those cards. So, yeah.
Okay, Angie. Wow.
Yeah. And this is the One World Tarot from Lena Rodriguez. And I have a couple of these. And I like it. Very Rider-Waite-Smith for the most part. They did a pretty good job on that one. Okay.
Okay, Ange.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I saw, let's see. And she said, Roxanne said, okay, thanks, Angie.
You're welcome, honey. You are welcome. Gosh, it's a
And-
humid day in here. It's hot. My hair goes. So, yeah. I know. You guys probably don't care, but whatever. I'm looking dewy. Uh-huh. Okay.
All right, Courtney, will I see Daniel this month?
Courtney, will you see Daniel this month? Now, this is an oldie but a goodie. I mean, it's not super. Well, it's medium old. It is a great deck. This is the Witch's Tarot from Eileen Dugan. Will you see Daniel this month? She say this or next?
This.
This. Huh. First card would indicate yes. Second card would say observe something, pay attention to something. And this is saying something's coming to an end, needs to be moved on. I want one more for clarification. Just one more. See what's going on. I think the answer is yes, but I don't know that you're going to necessarily love how it goes. So that's what I'm getting. The wish is to see him, and if here's the witness and observe, the communication might be a little bit harsh is what I'd say. Be aware of this. Something wants to end, something wants to be done and moving on. This is the wish card, and this came through as the clarifier. So I would say yes, but be careful in your communications. Get more clear about what you want the experience to be like before you go into this thing. So that's what I've got.
Woo, okay.
Yeah, that came with caution. Caution, caution.
Caution, caution, Angie.
Yep.
All right, if you've never been with us before,
This is my card.
this is Angie's
tarot
card collection.
I love tarot. Love it. Love it.
And
love
there
it.
is the
Love
new
tarot.
genie bottle that
Yes,
came
look,
yesterday.
look. Oh, I gotta get up and get this.
There's the new genie bottle, yes.
It is the most fun. Okay, so I loved this show when I was a kid. I know it makes no sense. I know it's goofy, and if I look back at it and watch the episodes, which I've tried doing, so goofy. But the happiness of seeing this and thinking about this, I love Genie so much. I wanted a flying carpet for 2 Christmases in a row. I mean, it took me 2 Christmases, and then I was old enough to realize that wasn't happening. Even Santa couldn't pull that one off. But we got this just for the fun of looking at it, and it just makes me smile to see it. So yeah, we got it. And it comes in different colors if you want one. So yeah. All right, I'm going to put it back up here.
Okay, there it
Super
goes.
fun.
And
Super,
there's the
super
rest
fun.
of Angie's cards. She has,
Yep.
as Kim put, about 635 decks.
Something like that. 620, 630 is probably really fair estimate. So yeah.
Is it glass or plastic?
It feels heavy.
It's
It's
really
not
heavy.
glass. It feels like it's heavy. Maybe it's like got some kind of plaster or ceramic, or because it doesn't feel quite like glass, but it's heavy. So maybe it's
or
resin.
Yeah, that's what Kim said. Or resin.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, it's not a murder weapon weight, but it's got some. You could bonk somebody really bad, and it wouldn't be good.
All right,
You don't want
Stacy,
that lemon on your toe.
got you for a blind. Stacy, why don't you do your commercial real quick?
Okay. All right, this is the commercial. Stacy's going to get a blind. This is the read that you need. You don't get to ask a question on the blind. It's just $20. I go into my oracle cards here or here. Usually I have my second card, but I put some of the cards up here. And then sometimes tarot mixes with it. $20 for a blind, $30 for the year ahead. You get the 12 months all around, and then a couple in the middle of what's going on for the essential lesson, and then any clarifiers as they come for the year ahead. If you want a one-question reading, that's usually 7 to 10 cards for $30. That's where you ask a specific question. Or for $40, that's what I call a mini, 7 to 10 cards. A full is usually 15 to 20 cards, and that's $40. And again, you can ask a question on that. My favorite kinds of reads, past life. Past life read is my absolute favorite. Now that's $50 for past life. You never know what's coming up through or why or when. It's very trippy there. Or we can do crystal ball or bones reads. Those are also $50, and I throw tarot with those. When I do these kinds of reads, tarot just suddenly becomes very, very oracle and different and fluid. So it's really interesting and fun. Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal is how you can pay me. Honey, will you hold that closer so they can see? And the E comes before the I on that. So just double check your spelling, because there are con artists that impersonate me and whatnot, as with everybody, you know. So just be aware. The E comes before the I in feisty. So we're going to Cassie's blind.
No, Stacy.
Stacy's blind.
Stacy.
Stacy.
Blind read.
Go in here, Stacy. I don't know why we're going to I follow a nudge to go to the decks that are called to go to, but I don't always know why. Okay. See what we got for Stacy. This is the Chakra Wisdom. This is some kind of kitchen, I don't know, oracle, and a dream oracle of sorts. The oracles I don't know the names of near as well as the tarot decks. For Stacy, what does she need to know? Bookends of hope are coming through. It's as if I'm seeing literally bookends of hope, like H-O, book, P-E, as if somebody had the letters spelled out on their bookshelf. I don't know what this is about, but there's lessons that have been tricky and difficult. Several volumes, several chapters of your life coming through. There needs to be hope. There's something that you're at the beginning of. There is a bookending of something that's going to be closing out. You have manifestation and clairvoyant energy coming through here. The ability to do something, to bring it forward, to manifest, to call something forward, and the clairvoyant energy. This is clear seeing, clear-minded seeing, seeing in your mind's eye. This is your psychic stuff flexing. It is feeling like muscles flexing in your psychic abilities. So this is something, if you were to work it out a little bit more, take it exercising a little bit more, just like you go and walk the dog or go on a walk to build your own muscles, you've got to do this. But the manifesting energy is coming through strong. There's something coming up that you have not taken the time to see yet, and it might be something, it's not for lack of something, it's just something that you didn't see in that way, typically. This is giving me, go for a walk, go for a walk. This is something that bookends. I don't know if you start your day with a walk or end the day with a walk, I have no idea. But the bookends are coming in again, and this is something about bookending something and going on a walk of a sort. I don't know if this is even just going on a walk in your own meditation space. There's something coming through on the clairvoyant energy. There's recovery, purification, and prediction. So you've got seaweed, arnica, and sage. Now, we've seen a lot in the spiritual community about bundling sage or burning white sage, having smoke and incense to clarify the air. It really does, when you have that change in the olfactories, it does change how you feel about things, how you see things. And it can kind of shift your brain into a different gear, is what I would say. Recovery is something that needs to happen. This is something that's a walk for self. And then prediction. Why am I... Rather than thinking and worrying about whether you're going to see a certain outcome and then see it line up, just start recording, start recording. This is something where you can write things down as the universe brings things like, oh, that's unusual. I didn't expect to see that on my walk today. Oh, that's unusual. You don't see that every day. Start recording. Then you're going to start tapping into what you're seeing a little bit more clearly. It's not so much about prediction. You'll just know how to connect the lines or the verbiage. You'll have different people that are clairvoyants or even mediums that will see things, and they'll have different language, different words. People sometimes maybe somebody they'll see on the other side presenting a flower. Maybe they'll present water or something else. Whatever it is, you'll understand how this language is spoken to you from the other side a little bit more clearly, is what I'm getting. I'm getting the word lexicon, and again, the books are the books between the bookends. You need your own lexicon. It's like you need your own clairvoyant dictionary to start taking place. Start recording. You're going to get patterns over a period of time, so you're going to understand these two gifts quite a bit more. But you do need the recovery, so just write it down. Don't worry about if you see it manifesting, blah, 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 blah. Give it time. Let time have give the wheel of fortune and time the grace to catch up with what you've written down. We don't instant manifest anything, right? We'd like to instant manifest everything, but we don't. We need to have time so we can see how to put things together. You need to be able to see where this is, like the magic that you're offering, how you bring that forward. And again, the books are huge important for you. All over the case. Books. All right. What else we got? The transcendent light, the cosmic web, and the shadow self. All right. When we see the shadow self, sometimes we see a little bit of self-doubt come through as a lesson with that, and it feels like the doubt is right here. There's something about the doubt in the connection. You are connected. You're deeply connected. It's something, the shadow self, if you've heard of imposter syndrome, you might be dealing with a little bit of this coming up. It's not the biggest deal in the world, but you're going to understand. And then the transcendent light, it doesn't come through to me as literal light. It comes through as epiphany. They might as well have called this card epiphany for you, because you'll understand the connection. You'll understand how this goes. It's like record, whatever it is. Write things down. Then all of a sudden, aha, there it is. That's what's coming through. The recovery and the purification, whatever it is you're doing as your ritual is a strong word, but your practice, your routine, whatever it is that is your routine to do, it needs to be honored. There's something about this that's important for you, and it helps you rebalance and recalibrate. This bookending, your routine, is important for you. What else do we got? Yeah, okay. There's something coming through it, and it's not chamomile, but it's definitely yellow flower, I don't know what this is about. I don't know all my flowers perfectly. This is Arnica. It's saying recovery. You might investigate that a little bit, but it's more about this solar chakra. This is something about how you individuate and allowing. It's so funny because we think, okay, we're all connected in hippie trippy land. We're all awakened, whatever. We're really woke and we know we're connected and everybody's connected and everything is connected. That doesn't mean you surrender your identity. It means surrender your ego. It means let go of the ego. Let what it is that pleases you individually be there. Let your lessons be there. But understand you are connected. Same time. Same time. Sometimes I'll get crystals and prisms coming through, and I'm getting on this card, these two features are coming up very strongly, but it's more the yellow. Again, this is bouncing the light back to the yellow. Whatever is bouncing the light, bouncing the information, bouncing the knowledge back to what it is that makes you feel truly yourself and enjoying yourself. This is what you need to remember. The remembrance tree, again, surrounded by all the yellow. Honor what it is that's about you that brings you joy. From various ages and stages, from various chapters of your own life. This needs to be honored before you can like see and you want to do like divination or prediction or blah blah blah. You need to honor what it is that is about you in these different stages. If you were to look back at your 7-year-old self, your 15-year-old self, your 25-year-old self, what is it you loved about yourself during those times? This is something you need to honor and be very, very aware of and acknowledge. That's what's coming through. That's complete. Wow, that's gorgeous. Really, really gorgeous. Wow. It is very much like you need to just quick review your own chapter books, quick review your own chapters. That's what I got.
All right.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. And it's a very, very happy energy. It's not like you're having to go down the shadow work and grieve and oh. No, it's just like, haha, I remember her. I remember her when she was a kid. I remember that 20-year-old punk. You know, that kind of thing. That's what's coming up.
Joke, Ange.
Yeah, that was beautiful. I love it. Okay.
Right, Steph's here.
Hey, Steph. Hey. Hope everything's going good. We started a little bit early today. Phil's home, obviously, and I think he was a little bit chomping at the bit, so we're getting going.
Yeah, we were like ready and just sitting here, and it's like, let's get going.
We're as ready as we get. You can see how fancy my makeup got today. Yeah, lipstick. Woo-woo. That's how it goes.
Penny's here. She just got here. All right.
Hey there, Penny. Hey. All right. Okay.
All right. I hope Stacey got that read.
And we are recording today.
We're recording.
So yeah.
We are recording.
So they will all be on there.
Okay, next up is Jocelyn.
Okay, Jocelyn. What kind of read?
It's a full read.
Okay.
I quit my job. Am I making the right decision? What should I do from here? Alicia, you're on deck.
We're going in old school Celtic with clarifiers for Jocelyn.
Hold on, Andrew. That was for Allie. Sorry. Go on to that.
This is Allie's question.
Yes, but Jocelyn was next.
We're going for Allie. I quit my job. What's next?
Okay.
The correct question is for Allie.
Yes.
And I quit my job. You check your phone.
I did.
Okay.
I did.
This is for Allie.
My mistake. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Truly sorry. So you're going to just go with that?
Yeah. This is the cards I'm drawn to about this question. The question got me into these cards immediately. So that's where we're going.
Okay, Jocelyn, you are next. Sorry about the confusion. This is
I quit my job. Read the rest of that part of the question.
Okay.
What's next? Never mind.
My job.
It's okay. We're going into traditional Celtic. Then we're going to go into some clarifiers. Give me just a second. This is the Neoteric Feminine Tarot, and it's really, really modern, really, really beautiful. I want to see what's coming up with all the clarifiers under here. In fact, I'm going to park them in sideways. Parallel parking is coming up. That's a really weird thing, parallel parking. If I'm too tired at night, I can't parallel park with the fuck. But parallel parking is what's coming in. So what it's telling me is you need to go up, look back, check the mirrors, and slide yourself into something different. The analogy, the metaphor that's coming through for the parallel parking, it's important for you. I'm not sure why. Permanent's coming up twice. We can see it here already. Fool's coming up twice. We can see it here already. Up here. Okay. Ooh, okay. You're in the midst of a tower is what's going on. The tower is kind of sideways, so the delay and the diminish. You've already created the lightning bolt strike. You've already created what it is that you're going to be sorrowful and leave behind. You don't have the blessing from it yet. Don't be afraid when life gives you the oh fuck, oh shit, oh no is the outcome. We'll look a little bit deeper at that as we go forward, but don't be afraid of that happening. It happens and it gets really beautiful afterwards. I love the tower for that very reason. In the center of things, you have the King of Pentacles and Four of Wands. This is the security and how it's so happy and serendipitous, and that's what you want, but it's been challenging and not there. So it's not been worth the money, so you're moving forward to do something different, Allie. This is something where you're getting out of what was established and going towards something that it is actually more relaxing, more fulfilling for you. In the bottom of it, you have your wish crossing the King of Cups. Your emotional balance has been off, and the wish that you want coming forward, huge. This is telling me that the detachment that you have from the emotions and the drama and the chaos, if there was snipe and gripe, mean girls, political hubbub in your office, you know, you need to leave that behind. This is going forward towards something else that you want that's more important for you, and it's actually to have more peace is what your wish is. This is subconsciously. Consciously up top, you have the Hermit. You'd rather have time alone and make a plan, a new strategy. You're looking down the line about 3 months. Whenever the King of Swords comes up, it's my 3-month kind of card, and it does feel accurate on this. This feels like a 3-month period of time that you're getting this and getting your feet wet again in a new situation. The Hermit, this time alone. What's next right now is investigation of what your soul really wants. What was it about the experience, about your recent job that you did not like, and what is it you are hungry for, because you need to go towards that. Perfect offering is coming up ahead of you, and the Six of Wands. This is great. This is great coming up. This is huge. Now we've got the Knight of Swords, who's reckless and like, rah! I saw somebody reference him as like a out of control crackhead, a toddler crackhead, Knight of Swords, because he goes recklessly towards his own truth. Like the toddler knows what they want, stamps their feet and demands it. King of Coins right here. This is big. This is a duplicate here, also right here. You want the money to be worth the effort that you exert. You also want something that can be built over time. I want another clarifier on here, okay? We've got the Two of Cups, perfect partner, perfect business partner, perfect opportunity. But it doesn't feel like this is 3 months planning. 3 months planning before you're through this tower time. What else does she need to know about this? Whatever your skill set is that you do well, it needs amplified. Like somebody needs to bugle it out. Like if you are great at typing, great. If you're great at photography, great. Whatever it is your skill set, it needs bugled out loudly and recognized. It's like almost like a Page of Wands flavor here. Ace of Coins. Yeah, you're going towards something hugely rewarding for you. Whatever this is, whatever it is your skill set is, there are people who value it and want it, so it needs to be honored. This is like finding the match, finding those that really want to pay for it. Moving forward, leaving the battlefield behind, and the Fool is taking the new start in the energy of the Fool around here. You've proven your point at a certain company, and to leave it is the right thing to do in the now moment. Yeah, totally the right thing to do. What's coming up in the next little bit of time, this environment of the new start's a little scary. Part of you does not want to take the leap of faith, but it's like you've already left. So if you already told the boss to fuck off, you've already said, bye, I'm out of here. Fine, okay, now the fallout happens for a little bit of time. Queen of Coins is right here. There's something that's a little bit challenging and not pragmatic going on. She's coming in a little bit more material-minded than usual. She's coming in more of her... don't let the materialistic things that you would want feel like they're going to get in your way. It's okay to have a little bit of a delay on whatever it is that makes you feel more secure or arrived. It's okay for that. Trust the universe has your back on this. You jumped into something completely different. It's important for you. The Hermit and the Seven of Cups. The things you do next, don't be over idealistic or dreamy about it. This is confusion, delusion, pie in the sky thinking. Your next job that you go to, or the next thing that you do, if you're creating your own work, creating your own company, it's going to be challenging. So don't be super over idealized, over romanticized about it. It's going to take work. It's going to take time and effort. If you want to pursue your own company, your own ambition, your own dream, or if it's just a different company altogether, it's still going to take your time. You're still going to need to put effort in. Whether you're your own boss or somebody else is bossing you and paying you a little more on the secure way, whatever you want to call that, whatever that means, you're still going to need to take the time and you get a little bit more grounded. This is where it's not as grounded as it needs to be. Be practical about what it is. How much do you need to like keep the roof over your head and groceries in here? And if you can do it a little bit on the lean side for about a month, I would do it on the lean side for about a month. This doesn't feel like it's changing until future a little bit. I would think July might be a little bit of a time where you do it a little bit lean. Is that? Yeah. detach from the emotional thing. You've got to repeat on this one too. Don't let the emotional drama of what you've created undermine your ambition to move forward. Your ambition to move forward is the right thing. Don't let it undermine it. And be very, very aware. If July feels lean, August is going to feel a little bit more full. Emotionally full, more rewarding, and it's going to take a little bit of time for the water to settle down. Tower and the Five of Cups here. Anything else on this outcome? It feels like you made this choice, and maybe it was a little bit rash, or maybe it was a long time coming. It doesn't matter either way. Maybe a long time, and then finally, boom. You've made the choice. You're working towards something new. You're going towards a new job, and it needs to be honored. Whatever it is that you decided to blow up, have no doubt that you threw the bolt out of the sky for this on purpose. You did this on purpose. You wanted something that served your soul better. Have no doubt that you recognize that when you need better, you deserve better, you have to go after better. Your soul wants to do it here. Let's see what else you need to know on this. Yeah, you're walking your own way. This is the mini of the Hermit. You're walking your own way from something that is unsatisfying, that leaves you longing for something more. You have to walk that way. That's August. You're going to feel, July and August, you're going to feel a little bit out in the cold. Let's see what September brings. I want one more deck. Go with Selena on this. It's going to be very different imagery. Okay, let's see what September brings. September is when you get your footing again. Yeah, summer's going to be a little bit tricky. That's okay. July especially is going to feel a little bit weird. August, I think you're entering into something new. In September, you feel settled. Is this right? Something coming, an opportunity coming in August? Yes, that's right. That's right. August is bringing opportunity. What has September got? August and September. Oh my God. Okay. You cannot make this up. This is the fourth reference to the Hermit. This is the mini Hermit with the Eight of Cups. You got two of these bad boys. This one. September's going to be the great month. September's going to be great. To thine own self be true is the thing with the Judgment card. You heard the call to do something different. You hear the call of your own gifts that need to be honored. August and September. This is something, I would expect something around after, I'm getting after the first week of August. So if you take a week to be 7 days, then maybe after August 8th, things start kicking in. It's going to be a little bit tricky right now, and it feels like September, boom, everything is go. Everything is go, go, go. You're shining the light on something important in September. That's when things are starting to really, really, you've got your footing. You're going. You got your momentum built. Anything else? Yeah, July's just going to suck. July's going to suck because it's going to be lean. You're going to need to be wise with your money in July is what I'm telling you. So don't plan any crazy, crazy trips. It might be a hot, boring summer for the month of July. It's okay. You could deal with boring. You can manage that. You can figure out what your plan is and get real clear on that. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles. It's going to take some work. The new work that you're doing, the new work that comes natural to you is important to honor, and this is giving us the August is when this is coming good. That's what I got.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I wish I would have seen something a little bit different, but I didn't see what I saw a little different, so that's what it is. So if I could have said, hey, yeah, you're going to have a job offer tomorrow, and it's going to be easy peasy, and everything you always want, it's not going to be that easy for you. It's going to be clear that you're on the right path. It's going to be clear that you're going to give up something that was challenging to give up for you for something that better serves your soul. That's just all there is to it. And the Tower, as wretched as some people feel about the Tower, I will always love the fucking Tower. Why? Because there's always beautiful afterwards. So you're at the kick the rocks stage. Kick the rocks out of the way. The Tower has fallen because you went boom. You decided. So yeah, it's good. It's not going to be a bad thing. It's just going to take a little bit of time to get your footing, to get your bearings. Bearings is probably the more correct word.
Good deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And pursue something that if you can get your hands on, hands in and do, that you love to do, pursue it.
All right. Allie said, okay, thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you have to get your hands in there.
All right. Good.
Good. Yeah. And have hope. Have hope on that one. It's a very, July is just the hardest. That's all. But August and September, way better. Way better.
Okay, next up we have Jocelyn. And she is what do I need to know?
Jocelyn, what do you need to know? You know what? We're going to go to the Witch's Tarot. Eileen Duga's Witch's Tarot. Got this one. I haven't seen this one in a while. I haven't been playing with this one in a while. And I had the gold copy out earlier. So I've got the red edge copy now. What does Jocelyn need to know? Are we doing full or mini on this?
Full read.
The lesson has to do with self-worth, how you hold yourself, how you conduct yourself, and how you esteem yourself is coming in huge. Show her this. This is beautiful. She should know her value, know her worth. This is the lesson. You have needed reprieve from something. You've been overly working hard. The lesson right here is telling us very, very clearly, you need to take a break, take care of yourself, retreat, come back, come back. Come back to honoring yourself, doing what you want. As a kid, we do what we want, and we don't make very much room for other people's stuff first. We're like, if I want that cookie, or if I want to go have this, you negotiate forever with your parents till you get your way. The kid remembers how to do this. This is something you need to do instead of doing for everyone else. This Five of Pentacles, this is a little bit of out in the cold. It feels more like a diminish than a delay. A little bit of separation is necessary. A little bit of separating from everybody else's needs is necessary. The Hermit's, yeah, definitely time alone for the higher lesson and to let go of the betrayal, let go of the heartache, let go of whatever is vexing the heart. Betrayal, third party, the lazy man's reading on this card. Sometimes it fits, sometimes it doesn't. But heartache, definitely. Whatever is causing discomfort to the heart needs to be let go of. Let's do another deck here. Let's see what's going on. We'll go to the blue ones. Blue of this deck. This is saying, return to self, return to self. Lucy's in the house. Lucy is one of my guides if you haven't been in before. Return to self, come back to yourself. It's been a long time. A long time you've traveled among the others. A long time you've traveled in parts, in pieces, but not wholly, fully, and completely yourself. Return to self. There needs to be a restoration of the soul. There needs to be a revisiting of the love of self. Return to self. Okay? She's showing me you need time in the teepee, and I don't mean to be offensive in what I'm saying here. I am not Native American, but time in the teepee. They used to make sacred times where the women of the red tent also would go. It was time to themselves where they could regather their thoughts, where they could not have everybody in the world bothering them, everybody in the world making demands upon them. It's almost like you need a vacation for yourself from everybody else around you in order to get this, yes, and to reclaim what is yours, reclaim the value of you. You've been spread a little too thin, pulled a little too much, and also in avoidance. Okay, what else does she need to know? Back to the teepee, time in the teepee, time where you're doing something. This is a time where you need soft music, soft tones, soft subtle scents, soft smoke energy. So this is a time where you have incense or candles that you like, scents that you like, teas that you like. A gentling for self needs to be happening for you now. Okay. What else does she need to know? Lucy is really doing this. She's giving, come back to me, return to me. She wants you to return to yourself. What else is going on? The moon. It's been a crazy period of time for you. Will you show her this? It feels like you have been navigating by this, and the Hermit shows you navigating in the night sky a little bit overly long. What's going on with that? Hermit presents again. It's like you've given your heart a little bit too freely or too easily without protecting yourself. This is what we're seeing here. The moon here, a little bit of deception of the hidden things, the secret things that weren't revealed. This overgiving of the heart creates the heartache. The Hermit comes in again to show that there was an examination, a looking, a soul growth, and a need for this, but you need to move beyond it. The High Priestess is saying, use the wisdom that you have learned. Use the intuition here. Use the wisdom here. Use this. Go forward now for what is important to you. Quit putting yourself at the bottom of the list. It's time to prioritize and cover your ass. Take care of your own needs. This is the Sneaky Pete, the Thief card. Steph calls it the Robin Hood card. It's where you need to look after, skillfully look after, stealthily look after what is important to you. Otherwise you lose, and you're beyond that now. Now let's see what else is going on. This wants to slide this way. This wants to slide this way. This wants to slide. There's limiting thoughts here and the sun here. Now let's see what happens when we break the third deck. I'm going to scooch this way just because I'm running out of table space, and I want you to be able to see it as fully as possible. We've got the Eight of Swords coming in. After the 7 comes the 8. You need to be free of these. The limiting beliefs are going to go. The sun is going to be on this. What else do we need to know in the lesson here? There's something that you need to look at. The way you've thought is a very distinct belief that has been unclear for a while, that has blunted your skills, your aptitude, and your ability to express what it is you want to express. The front sword here is the blunted sword here. This is the one sword that is the most costly to you, the one that creates most of the pain. There is one truth or one thing that has been said that you accept as a truth that isn't quite accurate. That sword needs retrieved, drawn for yourself, so you have the clear knowing, clear understanding of what's going forward. Then you go forward, happy as a clam, happy as can be, because you're carrying the truth. This is the, I would say this is the sort of truth. I would say this is integrity, soul realignment, soul chakra realignment, things coming together for you when you value your worth, value who you are, value your own calling. You as you are, warts and all. When you value that, it changes the game. What else?
I feel like I was in danger previously.
Yeah, I'd steer clear of whatever that was the heartache. I would steer clear of whatever makes you feel diminished. It doesn't mean go looking for trouble, but it means start looking for what is important to you. Pay attention to your intuition. You may have been in and among company where things feel constricted and tight, in and among company where you maybe needed to play small, but quit hanging out with those folks. Quit putting yourself at peril. Quit putting your soul at peril. Quit being in places where they aren't valuing you. They're just only valuing what you can bring, or treating you as a resource rather than a person. There's a difference between resource and relationship. If you're hanging with a bad crowd and you're the one that's always bringing the beer or always bringing the money or always bringing the whatever, all right? If you're the one always bringing the resource and just being used for that, or used for whatever it is that you can do for them, it's time to steer well and truly clear of them. And you're leaving that behind. But there's one sword here that you need to really hold tight to defend for self, to stand for self, to be strong for self, and shine light on something. Don't go out so much with the people that want to, like if you were going to the wrong clubs, the wrong parties, the wrong night scenes, don't go to those anymore. You're busy shampooing your hair. You're having your plants neutered. It doesn't matter. Whatever it is, you're busy. You need to say no and get away from the crowd that doesn't serve. The ones that want to stay on the battlefield and end up dead, great, let them. But steer clear. You've outgrown and you're shedding something. Yeah. You'll look back and you'll remember this nightmare. You'll remember the anguish of this. You will remember. But what you see is the world in your hand is not what you want. What you see is you want the horizon. You want what's beyond there. But you have to take the steps forward in order to get that. In order to achieve it, you have to let go of the nightmare, let go of the anguish, let go of the sleepless nights. Get some sleep. You got to do the things that are the no fun things. You got to stay home a little bit more. You've got to take care of what it is that your needs are for rest. You got to not hang out with the people that are the snipe and gripes or the prickly people, even if you're bored and on your own. There's a comfortableness with your own soul that needs to be here, and wisdom will be here. Ask for your guides, angels, ancestors, all of them to come in. Ask for your spirit team to come in. Hey, Guardian Angel Ted, I need a little help today. I'm feeling a little bit frayed. I'm a little frazzled. I need some help. I'm feeling like this aloneness is feeling big. It feels very big right now, but you need to walk out and away from it. Anything else? She will reflect upon her dreams once again, get more emotional balance coming in on her dreams once again. And it ends like this. You got to reclaim her, honey. You got to stand up for her. You got to reclaim her. And this is you returning to you. That's all there is to it. It's the only important thing right now in your world. It is the most important and the only important. Everything else can go to hell. Everything else can go to the wayside. Whether it's the job, whether it's the love relationship, whether it's blah, 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 old friends, whatever. No, you have to take care of you right now. Period, point blank, that's it. You need to separate from some of these goofy ideas, sugar-coated ideas in hopes that people will maybe come with you, and they aren't coming with you. They aren't figuring it out. If they want to just be like, sometimes we just want to be partying and be playing and being wild. But this isn't good for you. This is not good for your soul. So I would say it's time for you to step away from that, walk towards the light now. This means you're going to have to do some of this on your own. The High Priestess energy is coming through strongly. You've had enough of self-deception. You've had enough of other people deceiving you. You've had enough fuckery going on right now. So you're not going to suffer fuckwits or fools any longer. You just won't. That's what I got.
Whoa.
Yeah, that is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That is big. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But how it starts and how it ends is you know your value, you know your worth. And it takes time. But you got to own your kingdom, honey. All right. Beautiful,
Alrighty,
beautiful,
Ange.
beautiful energy. Love it. And again, this is Eileen Dinkins, the Witch's Tarot, and it is one of my all-time favorites. Phil used to see this deck, and when we were first doing tarot together, he'd be like, "What deck is that? What deck is that?" And it was always this one. It's like, you always keep asking me. I own that one. So yeah.
All right, she said yes, thank you.
You are
and
so
wow.
welcome. Yeah, it's big. It's a very big. It's pivotal. That's what I'm getting. All right.
Okie doke, Ange. All right, next up we have Vivian.
It's 11:11. Okay, for
Is it
Vivian.
11:11? Wow, it is, huh? Okie doke. 11:11.
For Vivian, what kind of read? What question? Just if you wanted to give me a fucking clue. What kind of read? She's sassy today. Sassy. What does Vivian want? You know, they can't see you. He's doing this. I wish you guys could. He's like, yeah, I'm looking at you. Oh, Felix the cat over there. Those eyes are going to roll. Yeah. What is Vivian's question?
Okay, Vivian is a full read.
Okay.
Hi, Angie. I didn't get transferred to the other department. More than half my team members left to the other department. Even my supervisors knew. I would like to know what I should watch out for the next few months and any general advice from the guides.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You didn't get transferred, but most of the other team did. So what do you need to watch out for the next couple months? Okay. These aren't going to read like normal. These are some of Nell's favorite cards. We're in the Gnomes cards here. I want to first look at what do you need to look out for at work, and then we'll go to the next several months. But this is what's pertaining to work in this deck. I don't know why we're going here. It's what we're going to. Then we're going to dive in a little bit deeper. And I don't have 2 and 3 of these. I just have 1 of these. I didn't even etch these cards yet because the white border here is so great. They read a little different. They read a little more like Oracle. Then we'll go into the tarot. We're going a little more deliberately in. Nell is very excited. She's like very yippee. This is a time that you should be thrilled. Nell is trying to bring up things like birthday cake and party balloons and things that are good. Whatever this is, the way that this has shaken out is actually quite good. It's actually, the phrase, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. This is actually the gift. The gift. All right. What does she need to know for the work thing right now? Somebody doesn't get to be a master carver by letting everybody else hack up the tree. That's what I'm getting. She's showing me the whittling, and then we're getting Michelangelo the Thinker coming into the fore. It was very weird. That's what this card is giving. She loves these cards because they play outside the lines. They play outside the rules. You don't let other people hack up your masterpiece. You don't let other people hack up what's going on because they have been moved, because things have been shifted. You're more able to focus on what is the work at hand, creating your own masterpiece. It's like everybody else trying to hack at the tree doesn't make the Michelangelo. It's just one person that makes the Michelangelo. This is you, focused in, lasered in on what it is that you like to do, what it is your specialty, and what it is you're called to do. This is the Queen of the Wands. This is the one that is the most approachable. This is the one that is, I call her, the delicious vampire mojo energy. Yeah, she's where the party is. She's got the skill set. She's definitely got it. She's got the skill set coming in. Let me look at this a little bit more. This one has a little bit of cockiness to her, in her posing. And there is a little bit of cockiness that needs reclaimed. This is something you should be proud of, what you're doing, what you've done so far. Proud of how it's going forward. This is also a lesson for you to look within. A lesson that's meant to teach you. So you're going to be alone. The Hermit comes up a little bit different here. But very much the Queen stands alone. She's not just one of the fair maidens. She's not one of the ladies in waiting. She's the fucking queen. She's going to have things on her terms. Queen of Wands, my way or the highway, my way or the highway. Very, very insistent, and sometimes to her detriment. But in your case, with these 3, just to hear, what they're telling you is what you do and what you carve out in your job, in your profession, in your work. It needs to be something you are very, very accountable for your part, what you contribute, how you do, and what you want it to be shaped like. Again, we're getting the David, the Thinker, the Michelangelo stuff, the famous Rodins, the famous sculptures. I don't know who they all are, but that's what's coming through. You are the sculptor of your fate, of your destiny, what you're doing. And the way you carve it out needs to be very distinctly yours.
I don't feel the party yet.
No, I don't suppose that you would. I'm sure you're feeling like, well, why didn't I get called up? Why didn't I get... The universe knows what it's doing with you on this one. The universe knows. The queen doesn't always get to go to the party. Sometimes the queen has to be the queen. Sometimes the queen has to figure out what needs fixed in the kingdom. Sometimes the queen has to wait for the other multiple people approaching with the responsible shit that needs handled, the responsible this, that needs handled. I wouldn't think that you would feel you are at the party yet. Nell knows you're at the party. She knows you've got the gift. She's got the balloons. She's got it right there. Nell knows you've got it right there. You're just feeling the social separation more than anything. This is something also, look into whatever it is that you feel that is your talent. It needs to be amplified. What you do, how you bring it forward, how you're accountable. You need to be holding your gift bigger. Holding your gift more securely, more firmly, and hold it bigger so the light can be shown on your gift. This is experiential learning. This is experiential concoction. Now this is really, really interesting. This is the 5 of Cups, and usually there's sorrow and grief and whatever. This guy is working at the distillery. Like, will you look at that? It's like if somebody was making their own moonshine, right? This is what you're figuring out. There is the gift. This is something he is learning, like a junior alchemy lesson, junior chemist lesson, junior alchemy and alchemy using the moonshine coming up. And then here you have the 6 of Swords. You're going to have to leave the baggage behind. Something that kept you small will have to be left behind. You'll go towards something more peaceful coming up. This is all to do with the career. This is something where you're feeling small. That energy needs to be left behind. The baggage of old needs to be left behind. Focus on what it is you're distilling, what you're creating, what it is that you're trying to bring forward. Don't focus on the grief and sorrow. You have a 5 going to a 6. It's a cup to a sword, yes, but there is an increase. You've got to have the disruption before you can move forward. Okay, let's look a little bit deeper. What does she need to know for the upcoming month? That's to do with work. What's for the upcoming month? Nell still wants us over here. Okay. Now these ones I thought were very, very Nell. This is Nell when she's not being all feisty, when she's not being stomping her feet and running around. It's Nell when she has to be a little bit more grown. It's Nell when she has to be a little more delicate. She's very, very playful energy, but sometimes she does have to grow up. Sometimes she has to grace up is what I'm getting. Grow up is wrong. She tells me grow up is not correct word. Save that for Lucy. Grace up is what I'm getting. So she has to be able to stand a little more gracefully, bringing the party, bringing the cake, bringing the balloons, but doing it in a graceful way, not in a childlike way. So really bringing this regalness out, very playful. This is a really tricky balance to have. What's coming in the next month? Queen of Coins, Page of Wands. The message goes out. Wow, okay. What we're seeing here, can she see these cards well enough? Can they see them well?
They're a little,
hopefully.
there we go.
Okay. What we've got is the Queen of Coins here and the Page of Wands. This is the announcements, and she's being practical, but this Queen of Coins is being quiet. We saw the queens over there. This is a quiet reflection and contemplation is the space and the energy of this queen before she puts the message out. Before she says, look what I can do, look what I can do. There needs to be more time where the youth comes into a maturity, and I'm not sure what that's about. I don't mean that in a condescending way. It just needs, if fruit on the vine needs more time to mature, more experience to ripen, it just needs more time. You can't rush time. This is what it feels like. The challenge is you need more time. Here's the Wheel of Fortune wanting to turn, Justice wanting to give you the balance. This is probably something that comes into a balance, something you understand. That I'm getting the timestamp mark here as a 6-week mark, Something within 6 weeks you'll feel has shifted, has changed, and you feel the gift there. The universe is trying to give you something, and the time in the 6 weeks after this has happened, you're going to feel like a month and a half from now, this makes a lot more sense. Right now you're missing something. Something has come to an end. This time where the team was assembled in a certain way has come to the end. This is very something you're conscious about. Here, 10 of Cups. It's actually something you've wished for. Again, so surprising. No wonder Nell wants me in this deck. So surprising. We show her this. This is the 10 of Cups. It's got the Sun in it almost as strongly as the 10 of Swords would be, which is like the mini of the Death card. It feels like, why didn't I get? Why? It's like, pick me. Everybody's picked except for you. And it's like, you didn't do anything wrong. You do it just as good as your coworkers. You do it just as good as the next guy. The universe has a different track for you. It will bring you closer to what is your bigger wish, your bigger ambition, whether you know it or not. This is the wish card +1, the happy ever after +1. Emotionally wanting something different than some of the others wanted. There's something that is emotional growth that's a bigger lesson that must come through, will not be denied, has to come through. Here we have the sun on this as blazing big as possible. This is gorgeous. Show her this one. And the Knight of Swords. This is somebody that wants to charge forward with the reckless truth. This is a call to integrity. This is also a call of protection that is around. An energy of protection. This is the other track. How do I say this? Even if everything in the world to you said the other track was open to you, it wasn't. It wasn't. Even if they would have said, yeah, come this way, you would have found that you hated it anyway. So whatever this is, that the door has closed on that very deliberately, very deliberately. There's this protective energy on this right now for whatever the reason is. You need more time to mature, to have growth in a different area. This feels like there is something that is more of a deep lesson, a transformative lesson that needs to be here for you. And that is the higher lesson. So even if you might have been equally qualified as your coworkers, the higher lesson needs to come through. When you have the Wheel of Fortune and Death, this is transformation, baby, big time. The butterfly can't hang out with the caterpillars anymore. It just can't. It doesn't mean the caterpillars aren't lovely caterpillars, but it means the butterfly has to be a fucking butterfly. And if you feel like everybody got to be butterflies and you had to be caterpillar, let them go do their own thing. It doesn't mean that they have got on their wrong path either. But you need to be in the space you are in. And I think you've got it cross wires in your head. I think you feel like you've got to be caterpillar and they all got to be butterflies. And really, in the reality, the lesson of the butterfly is bigger than that, transformative. It has to dissolve itself. They've just gone doing this. You need to be in butterfly mode, and it's coming fairly soon. Now here, you feel like it's adding insult to injury. You feel like they've left the battlefield. You feel like you've proved your point. You feel like you've been defeated is the outcome. And it might be time to get off that battlefield. It might be time to go towards something a little bit different for soul and for self. Here we have the Knight of Coins, the emissary. This important mission coming up. What do we have this? Nell is really excited. She's hopped up and she's fluttering. Usually I see her splashing, not engaging in a fluttering way. It's like her wings are fluttering. What is it? The mission. What's up with that? Queen's emissary. So when there is a mission of transformation that is something that you must do, this is journey and travel you must go on. This is a path you have to be on. You are more than prepared for what it is that you need to do. What you needed to do was different than what they needed to do. The assignment is fully, well, and truly different. There is something transformative. It's like an orchid can't be a dandelion. The comparison game will get you nowhere. If you're an orchid, you can't be a dandelion. If you're an iris, you can't be a dandelion. You're meant to be doing something else. You're just designed different for different.
Yes, that's exactly how I felt. Felt everyone left me.
Yeah, sweetie. I think you took this as everyone else got to be butterfly and you got stuck being caterpillar. The reality is our own transformation, our own butterfly time comes in a very individual basis. And whether they've all left you or not, the universe hasn't left you behind. There's something where there's a different timing and a different path for you. And that's just all there is to it. You didn't fuck up. You didn't do anything wrong. But the divine will sometimes give us a curveball. Even though you might follow the same rules as your siblings or your coworkers or something else. You might have a different path, a hugely different path than the others. That's okay. What else we got? Why are we getting the weekend energy coming in? This is the time where you take this weekend and the next weekend. What do I need to know about this so specifically? We're getting the hourglass again. You might have to get me an hourglass, honey. As I close my eyes, I'm seeing the hourglass. I'm seeing the sands right here. And it's not even halfway empty from the top. This is just barely starting to pile, barely. You're at the beginning of something barely starting to accumulate, and it feels like it's taking forever to get momentum to go forward for you. You do have the momentum already. It's already started. It just feels like for you, it's taking forever. It feels like there's something that everybody else is making progress by this certain age. That measurement is not valid for you. That measurement only stifles you. Quit measuring it by, oh, at this age I should have done this, that. That's not slated in your path. This is not slated in how it should be for you. You can't just do a quick chronological measure like everybody in high school is now doing this, or everybody's having babies at this time, or everybody's gotten married at this time. Those markers aren't how your soul is actually supposed to be measuring. So don't let the sand of time be the only measure that you have. It doesn't serve you well. The anxiety has got to go. You've got to release that. It just keeps you in a state of depression trying to solve and figure it out. You will not be able to solve why this happened if it's something that you won't know for another XYZ months. 6 weeks from now you will feel better, but you've got to give up on the you did something wrong or you're being punished or you're being left behind, because you're not. You have been detoured. It's like you come to this road and you have been detoured. What's coming in the future is the perfect match, the perfect situation, and what else is coming is a victory coming. There's something victorious coming in this down the track for you. Show her these. Oh my. Okay. Show her these for a minute. Sometimes the high-end nobles are not recognized and seen in the ordinary way, and this is something, the high-end nobles, you are on what is a deeper mission. The deeper calling is coming forward. You're on something that is the more noble mission, and it has nothing, like the coworkers, the job, that everything that feels like you were left behind. Definitely you were not meant to move in that direction. You're meant to do something else, and this is a singular rider. It isn't a whole group going forward. Do we see the Three of Cups in any of this? No, we do not. It's not this group celebration. There's some kind of pairing and match. There's a soul lesson coming up, and this is a way that you must go. Your own intelligence, your own set of mind needs to be captured. Again, we have the Queen of Wands with death coming in. Now we have death over here, and we have Queen of Wands over here. Where was that Queen? There she is. Here she is here. And we have a lot of this alone energy. This is, yes. This is, if you're going to be transforming and leveling up in a wholly and entirely different way, you have to have a wholly and entirely different path. Anything else? It's not meant as a punishment. There is something about the noble cause, the noble ride. This is the one that is the survivor that comes back. In the traditional tarot, you see this guy, he's got the laurel wreath, and all the rest of them have fallen. All the rest of them have fallen on the battlefield. He survives. Don't have what would equate to survivor's guilt from the battlefield just because you don't know that you're on the horse yet. There's nothing to feel bad about on this at all. You're just stuck. I don't know. Look at the difference of this. This is the one that's traditionally done, and this is why the gnomes had to come up. This is the same thing that you got in the gnomes, where I told you you're practicing and distilling something. You're learning how to alchemize something. You're learning how to do something a little different. You need to pivot. You need to shift. You need to shift your focus on, why didn't I get promoted, or what didn't blah, blah. Fucking wrong question. Question is, what is it you want to do now that perfectly suits you? What is it that is more purposeful for you? The universe is trying to give you a different experience. Clearly a different experience. And you are being asked to no longer grieve or mourn the loss of something. No longer hold your head low. No, chin up, tits out. You are this, not this. This is your energy. The Queen has other things that are bigger priorities you must attend to in order to inspire. If you are going to inspire others, you have to overcome the obstacles. And some of the obstacles might be feeling like you don't fit in. like you don't belong, like you're on your own. Like when do I get my turn? Your turn is coming, but it's not with the group that you were with, and it's very clearly not going to be with them. I wouldn't feel bad about it. You are on your own mission, on your own special assignment. Again, I'm getting the orchid, but what I mean to call it is iris, the lesson of the iris. Irises are to do with transplant. Irises are to do with transplant. And also irises are a flower that, I call it orchid, but it's iris. They're a flower that, like, if you plant them, then the bulbs, like, duplicate and multiply and duplicate and multiply. They become prolific. This one always carries 3 canteens across the desert. This is a prolific. This is an expansion and a growth. Don't doubt for a second. The growth is coming. You have to alchemize the pain that you have been in, or the feeling like the odd man out. You have to learn to alchemize that in some way before you can let go and move forward, but you will indeed do it. There's a crown of flames here, a crown of divine inspiration that wants to come through about how you lead forward in a different way. Anything else? Okay. Nell's showing me the balloons, and she's turning them, and a butterfly, turning them, and a butterfly, opening the box, and butterfly comes out, butterfly comes out, butterfly comes out. You just are, you feel like you're late to the party, but you're at an entirely different party. You are transforming at your own time, in your own time frame, in your own timing. And this is something in 6 weeks it's going to feel a lot less rough. It doesn't feel like it's all complete in 6 weeks. In 6 weeks you have more information, more knowledge about this. There is something very, very beautiful in the separation of this. Don't be afraid to invite new people into your world, and don't be so quick to assign them as besties right away either. This is for you to have a little bit of growth time, a little bit of expansion time. Wow, queens all over the place. Yeah, this is the universe saying, you need to cut the shit, kid. This is the queen that is really perceived as the most harsh, the most bitchy, but she's always right. She knows what she's doing. You've got queens coming through. This is something you really need to own your power. You've had the Queen of Coins, the Queen of Wands twice, and the Queen of Swords. You're not some lowly little peon. You just feel like you're the little peon. You're not the peon. You're learning what it is that is your mission, how you want to ride, how you want to do things. Let go of all of the mental gaming of anxiety and head trip, because it delays the deeper lesson. So if you wanted to ask yourself, what if I'm in entirely the wrong place in the wrong time? So what if you are? You'll figure out what the next step is. And by asking that question, you figure out the next steps for self. So start asking yourself different questions going forward, and the truth will come too for you. It's not about the situation that has just happened. It's about what is it you want to do, what is it you want to achieve, what do you feel your purpose is in life? What is the deeper purpose, and what do you want to transform? What do you want to allow to transform at this moment in time for your life? This is the bigger mission and the bigger calling. The transformation energy had to go into a different route. It had to. There's just no reason that you would think that it would. Yeah. There's something that's coming through that's asking and calling you towards realignment of your soul in a big, big way. Whether they've gone off the battlefield or whether you have to do some of this alone shit, and it's important for your soul. If the master carvers like Michelangelo or Rodin or whoever does the sculpting, if they would have spent a lot of time with everybody else all among the sheep, they wouldn't have learned their specialty skill set on their own. And this is what you need to learn. And this is what's going on for you. It is actually perfectly timed. And I'm sorry it feels like you are the odd man out or that you don't belong. You are trying to find your way through this emotionally. And you aren't the odd man out. You're just distinctly yourself. And it's something that you are getting more and more comfortable with. But that means you have to shred away those that don't serve you. And the universe knows this. So it has provided this particular time, this particular situation where you get to honor yourself more fully. That's complete.
Woo!
Yeah, it feels difficult, and it's okay to get comfortable with solitude. It's okay to get comfortable and not feel lonely just because it's shifted, but it takes a little bit of time, and that's what I think the 6 weeks is about. All right.
Yeah. She said, wow, thank you so much.
You are welcome. You are so welcome. And sometimes we don't get to know, and we want to know, and it's like, this is the stupidest thing ever. I didn't do anything wrong. Why am I getting punished? And you're not getting punished, but the universe has stepped in, and you're like, I really didn't want that detour. Thank you very much. It's just how it goes sometimes. All right, let me get some water.
Okay, Steph, let's go with you. Steph wants to ask a question about Nell.
Oh, okay.
Vivian put, I was really thinking about you, and I'm so glad you are on.
Hi, Vivian. Hi.
Yeah.
I like this when people tell me that. It's like, okay, good. So what's Steph's question about now?
So, Steph, when I was overthinking this, I swear Nell popped in and started talking about overthinking.
Yeah, and even Nell, as playful and splashy and fabulous as she is, every once in a while she's got to grace it up and not grow up. She says not grow up, even though we all know, well, we don't all know, but some of us know she's quite a bit older than Gogs, that often presents as like 80 years old, and Nell presents as like, a kid. Sometimes we have to grow through the graces and different lessons at different times, but yeah.
All right, am I crazy, or did Angie's guides come to see me? Steph put.
They will come. Why wouldn't they come? Like, it's not like whoever is my guides wouldn't go help your guides or come and be your guide too. They might be doing double duty. I mean, like my mom, she's passed on and she's on the other side, but it's not like she didn't leave kids behind, and so she's going to help all of us from the other side. So it's like, it's not just all about Ange. No. No, the guides will come through how they come through. Sorry about the
And
crap.
earlier she had said that she had started writing her question, and then you started talking about Nell with Vivian.
And it's like, boom, there it is, huh? Yeah, that's because sometimes a group of us are getting similar lessons at the same time. So that's why sometimes, like, if you see the pick a card or pick a pile readings and they resonate, and it's like, how did that feel so specific to me? Because a lot of us on the planet are going through some of the same energies, so it will resonate for more than one often. So that's a good thing. I count that a blessing.
It just caught me off guard. I laughed my ass off.
Good. Thanks for letting me know. That's good.
Okay, we do have Alicia and Tasha. I'll get you on if you just hang out for a little bit.
Okay.
So Alicia is a full read.
Okay.
What do I need to know about situations with person A and person B? And yes, those are their two first initials.
Okay. Person A, person B. What do you need to know about person A, person B? We're getting pillars. So I'm going to get a long column of cards, and then I'll probably go in between it with a different deck, because I don't have a third of this. So your energy will be in between. So it's not really, well, get to it, Angie. Just get to it. Quit explaining and start reading. Person A. Person B. Now, I don't know their names, A and B. You do too. You know their names. You know if I've got these reversed, you'll know right away. This one feels very, very promises. I just keep getting that promises coming in. This one wants to be clear about something, but clarity is not their best gift. Clarity is their challenge. Promises for them, and they feel like the wounded one. They might play a little bit of martyr sometimes, person A. This is promises, doesn't deliver well. The Three of Pentacles wants to do teamwork, but tends to get the better end of the deal often. Knight of Cups again coming through promises here, leaving you feeling a little bit more stuck. The Star here, they are very much the dreamer, but they don't know how to execute their dream very well at all. They will be always chasing the rainbow, always chasing the ideal. There is a synchronistic knowing of them. Their whole lesson in this one is to teach you how to honor your dream, how to teach you how to dream again, but don't be reliant on their dream as your own. This is person A. Person B. This is the one that gets to the work. This is the one that actually does it. This is the one that's actually moving forward. We've got the Chariot and the Sun here. Can they see these to me?
I'm going to have to turn the phone. Yes.
Yeah, well.
There we go.
It'd be helpful for them, I'm sure. So I'm not just blah, blah, blah. You've got the Centurion here, basically. You've got the Chariot and the Sun. This one's going to actually do the work, have the momentum, have a plan, actually be moving forward in a way that gives and offers you more, that offers you quite a lot more. And this is something that is breakthrough energy with person B. They're planned. They know how to complete a thing. They know how to work together. They both have this energy about them. They both want to offer teamwork energy, but this one actually has more capacity. This one might tell you all the fluffy stuff that you want to hear, but this one is the sugar-coated shit sandwich, and this one is the, nope, it's just a cucumber sandwich. But you know what the fuck it is. It's a cucumber sandwich. This one is like going to give you what they say they're going to give you. They're going to tell you the straight skinny. They're going to be full in what they're saying. There's a little bit of grieving or a little bit of loss, a little bit of feels like damage from this one, but they do have strength because of the experience. This one they both have also in very different kind of places, very different energy. Ooh, isn't that so interesting? Look at this. These two here, these two here. Look. You cannot make this shit up. They are similar in many regards, similar in having the teamwork, but this one actually gets the clarity. This one actually understands, stands strong for the clarity, is not confused by the clarity. They will have to pivot from something in the past, but they've been there, they've learned from the standing strong. This one just continues to stand strong and delusional. Well, let's see your energy between. We'll go to the Phantom Tarot. What do you need to know? Person B is just more grounded, altogether more grounded. Let's see what's going on here. Old energy. Old energy. Six of Cups comes up immediately after that. Old energy. Makes you feel sparkly. This one might have a little bit of way of flattering, of playful energy, a little bit more light-hearted energy, but it feels like old energy. Outgrown that energy. Time to move on from that energy. That's what's over there. Let's see what's going on over here when your energy is more drawn this way. Something that's holding on. This one feels like they aren't as free to express their emotions, so it makes you feel like you're holding back a little bit. It makes you feel a little bit confused because they take a little bit longer to get clear about what they're doing. You have to rely on your intuition in a different way. You feel like they're a little bit meh, but your High Priestess knows the deeper lesson, the deeper wisdom. Yeah. Some of this you're looking to their energy as if it's going to be a perfect match or a perfect fit for your own. That's the wrong thing to be looking for, is what I can tell you. This is where the confusion lies. You're looking for one of them to be like the you complete me, or the perfect match, or the perfect partner, or the perfect friendship. Some of this you need to do some of the intuitive work on your own, and until you get yourself separated from this, you have to be separate from both, is what I would say. Okay, one more. You need to know. Temperance, take care of yourself, leave the baggage behind, leave the conflict behind, and leave the heartache behind. All of this has to go. The thing that you need to do is move forward and understand how to balance, recalibrate, and have temperance. High Priestess is trying to get through. There's a period of time, about a month, where it's going to be a little bit confusing. Timestamp on that one's coming through. The Queen of Wands energy, the way of inspiring and the way of dazzling people. It's vulnerable to a little bit of flattery, and you like when people approach with great big dreams and ideas. But the pragmatists are not ever as sexy as the dreamers. The dreamers are like, oh, we're going to do this, that, and the other. And it's like, oh, it all sounds so good, but what do they actually do? Again, this one over here, person B, feels like they are serving what they say they are going to do, they are going to do. They feel like they're more clear, they're more grounded, and a little more boring. Don't know what that's about. Your energy needs less of the confusion going forward, and you need to temper this and figure out how it is that you come forward as a whole versus get these two out of the equation for a moment, okay?
I feel like one definitely is not, but he's the one putting in the most effort. Makes it confusing.
Trust by their actions. The A and B could be reversed. I did pile A, pile B. You'll know who A and B is. But somebody that does just talk, that's not so great. Somebody that does talk isn't so great. What's going on here is you're trying to make a decision about person A, person B. The bigger decision that needs to be made is about how you bring forth your own energy. How you bring forth your energy. How do you want to be bringing forth your energy? This is repeating in here. This separation, or this feeling like on the outside, or feeling like you're not fitting in, or you haven't been given the keys to fit in. This isn't Hierophant energy. This is outside the church energy, outside the community energy. And what's happening here is you're learning to temper and balance. What else? No, you got to balance yourself beyond the heartache. You have to retreat a little. You're putting it very exterior of yourself, and it's asking you to go towards your own interior here. Asking for you to go towards the interior. Leave the baggage behind. Leave that everything else is so dependent on A or so dependent on B. No, it's so dependent on you.
They are mixed up, but I know which is whom.
Uh-huh. I'm glad you do. You need to know what it is that you would like to see, and you need to know how your energy feels and resonates in the presence of other. Whether it's a giddy, silly stuff, or whether it's actually the real deal stuff. You need to rely on what is it you want to experience, and what is it when you know you're fooling yourself, because these lessons from these, person A and person B, are reflections of lessons that you get to experience now. But what you're learning is temperance and balance for yourself, how you retreat, how you move on past old baggage, and you quit playing the comparison and competition game, and you quit playing the game that set you up for heartache over and over. You don't need that shit any further. You don't need the deception any further. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them, is a phrase that we hear a lot, and there's a reason we hear it. If somebody says, I'm going to do blah, 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 and they do blah, 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 they mean it. If somebody says, I'm going to do blah, 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 and it sounds so great, it sounds so much more fun than what you've heard before, but it never gets done, believe that they aren't going to be able to do that. Anything else she needs to know about herself? There's a wholeness that needs to be returned and restored to you before you start dabbling on either of these energies. Yeah, there's something about wholeness that returns to you, and you comparison shop, person A, person B. Comparison shop as a way of avoidance without looking at some of your own perhaps shadow lessons or difficult lessons that you want to look at about yourself. And that's not to say that that's a lecture. That's a very common thing. Very, very common thing. But look on what's going on with your shadow side a little bit more before you make any huge decisions on this, because there needs to be a tempering and needs to be a balancing. The Empress needs to know that she's the queen. She needs to know that one big time. It's the Empress learning temperance. That's the main gist of it. That's what it is. The High Priestess, the Moon, all of this intuition that wants to kick in, the Empress will be receptive to balancing this a little bit. So when you see me read on the temperance card, you may have heard me say it's not like, vinegar and oil salad dressing, shaky, shaky, boom. No, it's like all kinds of different seasonings, like, Hidden Valley Ranch or the Colonel's Recipe for Chicken. There's a lot of different things that need balanced in here, a lot of different calibration. But the competition of the heart has got to go. The Six of Swords energy has got to go. The anxiety and trying to figure it out or overthink it has got to go. You need to make room for the Empress to be there before either of these contenders get in your way. The Empress will know what she wants. The Empress will know who actually is doing what they say they're going to do. They're going to know who's showing up. They're going to know the energy that this person is actually bringing. So this is, own the Empress energy more for yourself. Own your intuition and let the temperance kind of balance out. Be careful in this next month that you're not quickly reading cues. This is hot July for you. It feels like hot July. How to explain that better? You're rash. You're rash in what you're doing. You're rash. You want quick solutions, quick answers, and it feels like you're overly quick in what it is that you want to decide. You just want a decision on this either way. The decision is all about you more than it is about either of them. It always and ever has been for all of us. And this is a tricky lesson in our human selves. It's a tricky thing for us to learn. But this is what it is. You are in your Empress stage, so you are very receptive and open. You need to balance and learn temperance. Figure out what really truly serves you best. Not who serves you best, what serves you best. Go from there. That's what I got. That's complete.
Ooh.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, don't let impatience get the better of you. That is gorgeous, 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 gorgeous energy. All right.
Okay, Angie.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you mean it took 5 decks to do that? Well, it did. Yeah. Good thing I have so damn many, right?
Yeah. So many that she's actually starting to think about rotating them.
I am thinking about rotating them because it's like, there's so much right here. It's like we might get, we're going to probably, I'm like 90% sure we're going to go get a table that's as wide as this to put over there.
We're getting it.
Oh, did you order it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we measured it out and it's like, okay, I can get probably 30 of these little things, which they're 10 in a box, right? So I can get 300 decks across the bottom of here. But this one is more narrow, so I can't do it that way. So whatever, they don't care. So, too many fucking cards. I mean, you guys don't care. It's logistical bullshit. Don't worry about it. Don't sweat it. I like my tarot. I'll figure it out.
Alicia, well, thank you so much. Just realized I forgot to record. Did I hear you say you are recording?
Yes. It is recording.
It is recording.
Yeah.
So you're going to probably be, Alicia, around the 15-minute mark or something like that.
15 minute?
1 hour, 15-minute mark.
Thank you. Because we've been on longer than 15 minutes. I'll tell you that, boy, howdy.
Yeah, about the 1 hour 15, somewhere in there. The iPad's a little further away from me than usual, so you can get the timestamps. My 17-year-old is acting like a 2-year-old and making concentrating difficult. That's what.
Oh, just don't kill your 17-year-old when you're 17. It's such a hard age to not kill your child at. I mean, you kind of want to throttle them. 17 is a tough year. Tough year. Because they're trying to figure out how to cut the apron strings. Don't kill your 17-year-old. It's really hard. Like, 17 is a challenge. It's like,
I'm trying.
yeah, that was a tricky one. And I think back and I think, what was I like at 17? My poor mother. That's what I think. So, yeah. Thought I knew everything. Well, I'm sure most teenagers think they know everything. But I sure thought I knew more than my mom at 17.
Just a note, if you move a bunch of crates, you'd have room for your quilt. Just saying.
So my quilt is in my other room, and I can send you the video, but I had my, the quilt is hung in the other room, and then I have this futon thing that looks like a cake. I love it, love it, love it. But it hit against the quilt, almost pulled the quilt off the wall. It was like, okay. So I have to rearrange in there, but it looks really good. So I will send you a snapshot if you want, or send you in a different picture, but it's like,
And she nailed it. It's got like 4 nails through it, hanging on the wall.
I did not nail it.
It's nailed.
You are fucking full of shit. What's nailed is he's nailed. No, the curtain rod is up and it slid through the back like it was appropriately meant to do. Jeez. How am I not throttling him today?
But we put it up there. It was perfect. And then she puts her futons there, and then it, of course, hit the quilt and dragged one of the little brackets down.
Yeah.
So,
one of the little brackets is leaning out, so I'm going to need to fix that. And he's all bent, and I'm like, dude. So I need to move my singing bowls, because I have my singing bowls, and it's, yeah.
Careful, we might be under bird watch. And Emily's here. Birds incoming.
Bird flu is coming?
No, birds incoming. 3, 2.
These birds. They do fly rather rapidly.
Yes,
yeah, they do.
And, you know, with the card situation, if you wouldn't put 3 feet between each line of cards, maybe I could get them all in one fucking shot. But no, you got to be... You got to have like one way in the hell over here, then one way in the heck over there. And it's like, I can't get it all in there, and then you wonder why. So it's like, narrow it from 3 feet to like 1 foot, maybe, or put them right next to each other. What's it going to do? Is it going to make a difference? No, they're right next to each other.
Let me know when you're done. Did you say something? I feel like the wind is whistling by.
God dang.
This guy's busting my balls for no reason at all.
And Tasha's here. She's
Hi, Tasha.
laughing at you, Auntie. And also,
I did want to tell him. But you didn't see it.
Haktua.
You didn't see any Haktua reference or anything. No, you did not see anything. No, retract, delete, unsee. Yeah.
Okay, Tasha would like a read.
Okay.
I want to know what she sees. She's always on point.
Okay.
For Tasha,
Okay, for Tasha. Okay, we're gonna go into these bad boys for you. Wild reflections for Tasha. What's cooking for Tasha? It's the energy of hippie energy, peace. Hippie energy is coming in. There's something about the Wheel of Fortune coming in. There's a cleanse that needs to be happening for you. Like if I was going to tell you something, I'd say go jump in a lake, and I would mean it. Because this is coming through like as a cleanse. As I go to the place where there are lakes, go to the place where you can get a cleanse, go to the place where you can cool off. Jump in a lake, it changes the fate. This is, I don't know what this is about, but that's what's coming up. Six of Cups, how you want to go forward and what you're remembering. It feels like there's a cleansing from a relationship that was toxic in the past that really took more out of you than you planned on giving. Let that go, let that go. Time to move forward. And then here, Two of Cups energy. Yeah, you need a total, you got to wash, there's that stupid Calgon, you got to wash the man right out of your hair. You're too young for that. You got to wash the devil energy off. You got to get the cleanse to get the reward. And you got to let go of this. Some of this, it feels like you got the short end of the stick on something that was going on here. Anything else coming up? Yeah, it's like go jump in a lake is really coming through. Like I would go swimming. I would go someplace where you can get to the water in nature and something that is a beautiful, beautiful cleanse. If all it is for you is a spiritual bath because you can't find a local lake and hop into it easily, okay, fine. But do what it is that helps you cleanse, gets you in nature, and gets you in this place where you're in partnership with self a whole hell of a lot more so you can get rid of what this damn devil energy. I don't even want it. Somebody there was a right fuckwit is what I can say. What's going on here? Narcissistic fuckwit. This is what's coming through. These ones, you know your tarot, you know that King of Wands can be ego, bad at the intimate relationship, bad at the close-up relationship, loving the adulation, loving leading, really strong natural leader, but sometimes so good at leading that they don't see anybody's point of view except for themselves. And when it comes in like this, you got to let that go. Your empath vulnerability, you need to draw better boundaries for yourself and quit painting them with the like Six of Cups, sugarcoat. Ten of Swords. Let it be over. Move on, move on. Seven of Cups. The delusion needs to go. Move on from that. As soon as you let go of your delusion or your overly romantic fantasy thinking, and I don't mean that in a crude way, I mean that in a, everybody likes to have the happy ever after. Everybody likes the perfect relationship. Everybody puts a little more shine on things in the beginning. As soon as you let that go, you're clear about what it is you want, very clear. And you could get exactly the target you wanted without even having your eyes open. Now it's the time to open your eyes about the past so you can be on target and focus for the future. Then you get the victory coming in. I love that. These cards read so beautifully, guys. They very much are flavored kind of like the Light Sears flavor, and they are beautiful, and I love them. And I just got that second hot little deck yesterday. So all of yesterday I was trimming the gilding off of the one set so I could have the other one to be distinguishable, to double up like that. But these are gorgeous. I love, love, love the energy on these cards. This is what I've got, Tasha. Whatever this is that is this toxic nonsense, let's just call it that to not be overly ornery or cranky. But that devil's got to go. That's what I'm getting. So sorry, and I could be wrong. Nobody's 100% right all the time. No one is. So, said with love, said with okay, give yourself the cleansing time from this one, because you'll be able to move forward afterwards. The Wheel of Fortune wants you to move forward. So that's all there is to it. It's time to do it. And it will be far more beautiful and victorious for you when you do. All right.
Alrighty, Angie. Wow.
Yeah, enough preaching, blah, 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 blah. That was just a quick general, a quick peek for Tasha.
Yeah, she's laughing.
You know what the fuck I'm talking about, don't you? Yeah, I'm sure you do.
I see that, she said.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay.
Lucy, I got you.
That's
You're
what
up
the
next.
auntie
Thanks.
says for you. Auntie Angie says that. Then, okay. Yeah, all right. Okay, I'm going to move this tray.
Jeez, what's wrong?
They're just crowding me. They're just crowding me. I'm feeling crowded by my cards. So give me just a moment, and I'll put these to the side because I'm just feeling crowded. I need another tray up here is all there is to it. And that's okay. I happen to have one below my desk. Imagine. Just one second. We'll figure it out. Here we go. Ta-da! Okay. Better. Now we can move on.
Okay, we have Lucy for a blind.
Lucy for a blind. Ooh. What's going on there? What's going on there? I'm getting Nexus. What's going on there? Why am I getting this? What are you at the intersection of? Nexus. Okay, alright. Don't need the mermaid cards. You need Nexus. What? Okay, alright. I don't know what this is about. I'm getting Nexus. This is coming through, and we've got the Sacred Journey cards, the angels and ancestors, and then some kind of ancestral oracle. This is very ancestor coming through. Nexus, nexus, nexus. You're coming to a point where the weaving of several lifetimes is coming through for you. It is this point, this nexus, nexus. Ghostbusters, when they have all three streams cross and it's so powerful they blow up the bad ghost, right, in the Ghostbusters movie. All three streams are coming together. Nexus point, nexus point. Wow, don't know what that's about. Okay, all right, whatever. Vast vista, seeing from distance, and seeing from multiple distance. Wondrous universe, I needed one more here. Thank you. Unknown territory, what is this? You're about ready to go on some kind of journey that's a new journey, and you're going to do it from a different way. Show her these three cards. Walking Beauty is coming through with Merlin energy. Huge, huge, huge. Huge, huge, huge. There is something that is coming up as an opportunity for you. This is the nexus point. This is something that has been worked towards for a long time. Take the opportunity. If you're getting a little travel opportunity or a trip or something, yeah, the answer is yes, you should go on it. I don't know what it's about. I don't know what it will pivot, who you'll meet, who you cross paths with. It is time. It is time. Yeah, it is time. It's time. It's something that changes the plan for the rest of the calendar year. It changes the plan for the rest of the calendar year when you do this. This is something that you wouldn't have the ability to see coming forward. What in the... Hang on. Just a minute. We're doing it because we're doing it.
What are you doing, Ange?
Following the nudge. Give me a second. The path that goes to the right, there's like a veering path that goes to the right. You had your year all lined out this way. There's a veering path that goes to the right. There's a veering path that goes to the right. It's like this, and then another curve comes up through here, and then it also goes to the right. I don't know how I could describe that. There's a veering path that goes to the right, a veering path that goes to the right. There is something about the pioneering energy, the energy of adventure, the energy of travel that needs to move forward, It's two opportunities to do this. Going to the right of the calendar, moving forward, what else? I don't know what this is about. I don't know why I'm getting this. What I'm getting this is pioneer wagon energy. It's the brave endeavor, even though you don't know the end result, but it's like a pioneer wagon is going through there. The double hoop, the two trips. Okay, I want that gone now. Okay, go. I'm going back to the blind oracle. Will you take this? Sorry, that's what needed to come through here. It's like the universe giving Angie the get your ball out and see what's in there for her. That's what I've got. This is crossing the earth. This is changing the calendar. What else the ancestors need you to know?
Leaving a marriage?
I have no idea. To going to whatever is the unknown in the winter. This is like you're rerouting something. You asked for the blind oracle reading. We didn't look into relationship. You will know your situation better than I do. You guys always will. It could be that, but don't take it as that necessarily. Based off of these cards, I'm not seeing that necessarily is it. The unknown territory, again, is coming in really, really, the vast vistas, and being ready to do this. Walk the beauty path. It may not be leaving a marriage. It could be leaving a pattern equally well. I didn't go from that angle. So, okay, I want to see what else is coming through as the message for you. Don't tell me anything, honey, right now. Phil.
Okay.
Let me get back to where I was. The four directions of the Indians are coming in through here, like Native American Indians coming through, asking you to have courage and asking you to be open to love. Now, open to love and relationships, open to something different, open to love of self is coming through, having courage, standing like the warrior, What I'm getting is an honoring putting the beaded necklace on, There is layers in this situation. Balancing yourself in a new direction, in a new path, balancing the transformative energy that you have right now, and understanding where you're going forward. It's the way you want to go. The way you want to navigate is totally your choice. The heart needs to open up a little bit more. The Earth Guardian wants to come through with this. What's going on with this? You still have road to travel with this person yet, so it doesn't feel like leaving the marriage yet. You'll know what the lesson is, and you will know if you need to leave or if there has been a reset. You will know it clearly. The Heart Guardian is saying coming in, I'm not saying put up with bullshit. I'd never say that. But what this heart guardian is saying is stay rooted and grounded, but open to a new direction coming up. There's sometimes when people in marriages will go for years where it's just like grinding it out and having tough years, and then all of a sudden you reach this breakthrough energy where you're both just putting down the warring energy. That could be something that's going on. It could be not that at all. Have courage is the main thing. Have the courage to see it from a different point of view. Have courage to be truer to yourself than you've been to anything else. Have courage to give up the need to be right, the need to argue, the need to have it going that way. You need to assert yourself going forward in the new direction and the direction that honors you. This is the big thing. Have courage to honor this. Open to relationship with self and what your relationship with self is. This ultimately, happiness is an inside job that only we can do for ourselves. Balancing ourselves and really, really loving in this huge way. Everything else is filtered through, no matter how much they want to show or do for us. We interpret the narrative, we spin the story of what that means. But we need to be responsible for our own experience, our own happiness, our own sense of love. Take care of your needs is what's coming through with this winter card. There needs to be more self-care going on. You need to pioneer the way that you do self-love and self-care more than anything else right now, and then walk in the beauty way. Whether that means that you're leaving your marriage or not, I have no idea. What it is going to do is require you to not be a chicken shit. It's going to require you to step up in courage to what requires more courage from you. If you've seen patterned over and over that if the relationship is this, then you're out of there. Relationship is this, then you're out of there. If you've seen that pattern, it might be easy for you to think, okay, I'm out of here. If you've seen just the opposite pattern where you stay no matter what, stay no matter what, stay no matter what, the courage might not be to stay no matter what. But what it is to see yourself as you are in the mirror. Be very, very clear on this. There's a reroute, a second hoop. You ask that question and it does not feel like you are traveling alone through the summer. It feels like relationship-wise. Although taking a break alone, vacation alone might be a good thing. What it feels like is you're not leaving your marriage this summer. Honestly, that's what it feels like. Anything else? Tune in and connect. The ancestors want to lead you and you want to be navigating through your intuition. This is important. You're going to get a sense of perspective and you're going to get messages from the ancestors in the night sky when you take the time out where it's just you under the stars, you and the Creator under the stars. This is when you're going to get the messages to come through. This is when you're going to get clarity. At the end of the day is when it's going to be more clear. It's not so you have to review, but it's what's important. What did you do good? Yeah, great. But then just be still, be very, very still. Be under the stars and let the magic and the messages come through in that way. That's important for you. That's hugely important for you. That's what I've got. There's something very, very big. There's a new unboxing. Yeah. I don't know what all of that means for you, but that's the blind reading as it's come through so far. That's what I've got.
Right, Ange.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yeah, and so just so you guys are clear, and this is not meant as a growly, this is just, some people don't honestly understand. If you get the blind reading, you get the blind reading. You get the message you need. You don't get a specific question that's answered. So the message you need is that you need to connect with the ancestors and that there's this second thing going forward. So that's what your message is that you needed to get. So if you have a question and want to ask a question, get the tarot read and just ask a question. But some people don't know what the blind reading actually is. And it's very rare that like I go and bust out the crystal ball right in the middle of a blind. I don't think I've ever done that. That's what came through. That's what I was seeing. What that means to you, give yourself a day or so to sit with that and let yourself process, okay? Because that was a little bit unusual. That was a little bit more than even I expected on a blind read. So, okay.
Okie doke, Ange. And
Yeah.
Lucy said thank you.
You're welcome, honey. You are welcome. All right.
Okie doke, Ange. Wow. Okay, Steph, do you still have that question you want to ask, or did she cover it? How did you did it come out? I don't know. I don't know if you answered it or not.
I thought
She was
that
asking about Nell. Nell.
Yeah, she was saying that Nell
Yeah.
said something or
Okay,
something
just making
before.
sure. Just
I
making
think
sure.
it was covered. You can
It's
ask another
covered.
question if you want.
It's covered. Okay.
Phil is multitasking behind the scenes, guys. So if he sometimes needs a little minute to catch up to us, I get to learn to be patient with him at that point and not flip him off because sometimes he doesn't know because he's running everything. So that's always a good thing. Are you gonna really throw something at me? I'm gonna take a Jolly Rancher and throw it at you.
Oh, cool.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay. All
My
right.
Jolly Rancher. Okay, that's it. I think.
Are we done for today?
I think so.
Okay, that's cool. All right, guys, then I will see you probably on Wednesday at 11. Fingers crossed, Wednesday at 11 is the plan. So we'll see how it goes. Thank you for letting me do this. Thank you. Thank you for being on with me. So much fun. I
All right,
love
guys.
doing
Thanks.
this.
Thanks, Kim. Thanks, Steph.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank everyone.
Thank
We
you.
will see you next time. Have a great day.
Take care. Bye-bye. Were you out on that?
Gotta wait till we're